This way. Hold on. I don't think I'll get paid for this run, but whatever. Jomo stands at the edge of the dock, smoking a hand-rolled cigarette as he stares out over the river. As you approach, he lifts a hand in greeting. Oh there, come to admire the river with Jomo? I have a bottle of Baiju we can share. Not right now, Jomo. I need a favor. What favor can Jomo do for ya? You need a body dumped at sea? I can do it fast. No one will see. Maybe you need to hide some cargo on a beach, make a map with X marks the spot. Captain Jomo bursts into hearty laughter, slapping his side in mirth. I need you to take me to the sinking ship. Ah, easy la. I know exactly where that heap of junk is. Lead the way then. We can only bring Isabel. Okay. I guess this is a bit too personal to bring anybody else. Hong Hom Bay. Captain Jomo's converted speedboat chops through the rough water like a cleaver through chicken bones, launching you skyward with every wave that it hits. Your destination, the sinking ship, Gobbet's former home. The York pirate laughs and opens the throttle. Wind and rain lash your face as the flowing amalgamation of shipping containers grows larger. You can see that it's stacked at least 3 containers deep, and an inelegant brick of corrugated weathering steel. An assortment of pontoons, buoys, and other flotation devices have been lashed to the base of the raft to prevent it from tipping. You don't know what's happening here or why Gobbet felt the need to go face it alone, but one way or another, you're about to find out. Fucked up shit is why. Fucked up shit. Considering the stories that, Gobbet told us about this place, expect this to be brutal. The scramble up the side of the sinking ship was treacherous. You hauled yourself up over the edge with your heart hammering in your chest, clawing for purchase against the wind and the driving rain. Walking on the surface deck isn't much better. The steel that you're standing on is slick, sheeted with water from the rainstorm that hammers down from above. Every time you shift your weight, you can feel your feet begin to slide. There are no safety rails in sight. A slip, a rogue wave. It wouldn't take much to send you screaming over the edge of the raft and into the dark water below. This thing is a wreck. Isabel gingerly prods at a rusted section of the container that you're standing on with her boot. It depresses easily with entirely too much give. I can't believe that Gobbet ever chose to live here. What did you expect? You've seen her cabin on the bolt hole. That's fair. This is still worse, though. She prods the patch of rust again. The steel flakes under her foot. At least her cabin isn't falling apart. Truth is, what we're seeing here doesn't even fit. The lady in charge of this thing, Melinda, or whatever her name was supposed to be some sort of control freak. And Gobbet always talked her pal Cadmus up as a top-quality repair guy. She prods the patch of rust again, frowning. The steel flakes under her foot. This thing look like it's in good repair to you? I take it that was a rhetorical A sudden gust of wind buffets you, sending you sliding. Isabel drops to a crouch, clinging to the ground with gloved hands to keep herself from slipping. She looks up, locks her dark eyes on you. We should get moving. It's dangerous up here, and my gear is getting soaked. Agreed. Let's find Gobbet and make sure she's alright. Well, Isabel, I am the leader. Of course I would take the... I'm sorry? Oh, hello! I just kind of walked in on a combat's happening, huh? Okay, let's back up a little bit. Hey, baby bot. Shoot this boy. And shoot this boy. Thank you. Oh, that's a lot of... Whoa. That is actually a lot of rats. Why did she say don't let them bite you? Whoa. That's a good gun. Jesus fuck, they're so close to me. So, they're kind of preventing me from doing my really good thing right now, which is an AoE. That would be very, very good against a swarm of rats. Unfortunately, I don't want to shoot us. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Thank you. The woman by the fire looks like she hasn't seen a bar of soap in weeks. Her companion doesn't look much better. Their faces are streaked with soot and grime that the rain seems impotent to wash away. Glad to see that you made it through that in one piece. Oh, that was the other person. Never mind. The woman smiles at you, revealing a set of crooked teeth. Please, come stand by the fire and get warm. Yeah, sure. Thank you for your hospitality. Her smile widens. Of course, we don't get strangers here often, and it's far too miserable out to turn away a guest. Wanna tell me what's up with the killer rats? The devil rats, you mean? They're becoming something of a crisis for us. We don't know why they've started attacking, and we can't seem to wipe them out. Truth be told, we could really use your help. We'll help you with your rat problem, but you need to help us first. Refresh my memory. Didn't we just help peel a swarm of devil rats off of them just a few seconds ago? Isabel heals to face the man, scowling. We didn't ask you to do that. We could have handled the rats on our own. We're looking for a friend. She sighs. Alright, describe this friend of yours to me. She's young, about my age, orcish with a shaved scalp and dreadlocks. Have you seen her? I'm afraid not. I wish that we had, but we don't get to see many strangers here. So how about it? Will you help us with our rat infestation or not? Yeah, we'll help. She breathes a sigh of relief. The rats have been a huge problem for us. Between the damage that they inflict and the disease they carry, they've made it impossible for us to keep up our regular maintenance duties on the raft. If you'll follow us, we'll lead you down below decks. With your help, we'll get the ship cleaned out again. That seems... This is very convenient, actually. Thanks, folks. A shallow pool of standing water has gathered on the platform, separating it from an access hatch at the edge of the raft. Electricity arcs over the surface of the pool in angry spiderwebs of blue-white light. Whoa, hold up. The damned anti-boarding system's gone haywire again. He points at the crackling pool. Look, it isn't draining the way it's supposed to. She slams a heel into the deck, her face flushing red in frustration. Again? We just fixed the pump last week. Anti-boarding system? Isabel looks up from the crackling pool, fixes her eyes on the locals. What the hell is this? A bad idea, that's what. Blame the Shadowrunners that lived on this thing before we did. It's like an anti-theft system on a car, only a lot meaner. When it gets tripped, the channel floods, and then the ship's power gets shunted into the water. It can deliver a hell of a shock. She shakes her head at the crackling pool, scowling. Only now it seems to trigger randomly, and the pump that we installed as a workaround has started breaking down at the drop of a hat. Great. Well, it isn't that dangerous, all things considered. He glances at you and Isabel, sizes you up. You've got boots on, right? You could probably make it across without... Isabel cuts him off, a serious look on her face. It's pouring out. We're both drenched, and that thing has to be putting out a lot of voltage for those arcs to be visible like that. Trying to cross that pool as is would be a bad idea. A really bad idea. Maybe we can find a way to drain the water. Yeah, that pump over there. She points at a rusted hunk of machinery at the edge of the pool. I'm guessing that's the one that isn't working? Yeah, that's the one. It's supposed to keep this part of the deck clear, but it keeps breaking down. She shakes her head in disgust. Stupid, stupid thing. I swear, it must have burned through 4 different fuses in the past 2 weeks. We'll try fixing the pump first. If it doesn't work, we'll have to look around for another solution. She turns away from the dwarf, sneering. One that doesn't involve crossing on foot. Alright, I'm not smart enough to fix it. And cannot increase my intelligence. I have a drone. Oh, wait, hey. One of the locals looks up at the sound of your approach. The others remain huddled around the low fire, their backs hunched against the pelting rain.
You need something, girl? If not, shove off. This fire's taken.
The water pump on the other side of the deck blew a fuse. Know where I could find a new one?
Maybe. Could be a new fuse anywhere up here. We tend not to throw things like that away.
Alright. Not very helpful, but thanks. Worn box. Ooh. I'll take those. I'm not strong enough for that. I'm very weak. Ah. Radical. Let's go. Never mind. Alright, they're literally all in like one group. Isabel, I'm gonna need you real quick to these are cover, right? Bam. Oh, are our new friends not doing any of the fighting? That's great. Oh no, they just didn't take their turn first. Bummer. Really? Rad. We are very good exterminators. The best exterminators. Upon descending the ladder, you find yourself in the cramped confines of a shipping container. Interior walls have been erected out of corrugated aluminum, and doors have been cut to allow passage from compartment to compartment. The air down here is ripe with the odor of rotting garbage. Sorry about the state of the place. The rats have kept our work crews too busy to worry about hauling the garbage. But now that you're here, we'll be able to set things right. Kill off those bastards once for all. Alright. I feel like these guys are trying to trap us or something. Right? I get that vibe. I don't get a good vibe from these people. Alright. I mean, I have no reason to force my way in there right now, so... Alright. I feel like a lot of these characters aren't going to be very important. What the fuck was that? So... Oh, no. I need to read that again. Fuck, Vitas. So, for reference, Vitas is a... Actually, it's a little bit, relevant, I would say. Vitas is a virus that killed about, you know, I think a quarter of the entire world's population. A lot of people died. Literally billions of people died from Vitas. Super not good. It's a respiratory virus. Yeah, it's some fucked up shit. It's not good. It's very bad. I guess the strain of Vitas we're seeing now would probably be the second strain. Which also killed a few billion people. It was a lot. Ivan Fu. Alright. Yeah, not really getting much out of these people. Hey, look at all that blood. Ah. Interesting. Damaged wall. Okay, so I shouldn't trust those two, is what I've just learned. Okay. Huh? That seems like it might be helpful. Hmm. Hello. So I imagine this would be the quarantine room. This place looks fucked up. Oh, those are dead bodies, huh? What's wrong with this place? Hmm. Oh, you guard the door, huh? Alright. I don't trust you two. Oh, hi, Gobbet. Hello, Gobbet. It's my wife. Oh my god, Gobbet. Just like immediately starts shooting. That's my girl. The bloody local tosses his gun aside and raises a pair of trembling hands. His eyes have gone wide with terror. I'm sorry, we didn't want to do it. We didn't have a choice. The words come spilling out in a frantic babble. It ordered us to. What it? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. I don't know what it is. It talks with Malvina's voice, but it isn't her. Helpless tears stream down his cheeks, clinging to his skin like beads of dew on a leaf. If you want to live, you have to do what it says. I'm going to let you live. Don't make me regret it. Hey, Seattle. I don't remember inviting you on this run, but I guess that I'm glad you can make it. She jerks her head toward the squatter's ruined body. You're welcome, by the way. We're welcome? Gobbet, we came here to help you. And now that I finished pulling your ass out of the fire, maybe you can do that. Did I mention that they were leading you into a trap? Because that's what they were doing. Yeah, you mentioned it. What kind of trap? The kind where you end up dead. Oh, that's the wrong voice. The kind where you end up dead. Look, I don't know exactly what they were planning to do, but I've seen them lead people through those doors before. She gestures toward the heavy double doors at the end of the hall. The people who I watched go in there never came back out again. Not a one. They just scream, and when the doors opened up again, they'd be gone. Well, thanks for the warning. She shrugs. Don't mention it. There's a long, awkward pause. Finally, Isabel steps forward. So, now that we're all together, do you want to tell us why you came back here all by yourself? We'd have gone with you, Gobbet. All that you had to do was tell us. She raises her hands. Yeah, I know, but I figured that this one was on me, and I didn't want to wait another minute. Besides, I had a plan. You're on a boat full of hostiles by yourself in the dead of night being hunted by devil rats. That doesn't sound like a great plan to me. I didn't come back here to fight, Seattle. This is a recon mission. I wanted to scope the place out, and it's easier to do that solo than it would have been dragging you two along. No offense. So you've scoped the place out? Fine. Mission accomplished. Do you know what you're doing now? Yeah, this place is fucked. I'm gonna sink it. Wait a second. What? The sinking ship is doomed, Seattle. I can feel it the second I set foot on board. She checks herself. Earlier than that, even. On some level, I think that I could feel it back home. That's why I couldn't stop thinking about this place. Whatever is happening here, it's wrong. This whole place feels off to me somehow. Maybe even toxic. I came back to find my friends Cadmus and Malvina to check on them. Instead, I found a swarm of man-eating rats, a death trap, and a bunch of squatters who seem intent on killing me. Her tone becomes brisk. So, I'm going to kill them right back, and I'm going to use the scuttling charges that are still embedded in the hull to do that. I've already handled the ones on this level, but I haven't gone down below yet. We need to activate the charges down below the water line if we're going to bring this sucker down. And so that's where you're heading next? Downward? Not quite, on account of the trap. I don't know how to get past it yet. She frowns. Minor setback, right? So my next step was to figure that out. Makes sense to me. Time to go ask some pointed questions then? She nods enthusiastically. Somebody on this level must know how to get past that thing. I'd put money on Cadmus knowing if we could find him. He was always more of a mechanic than he was a shaman. Let's go. So, the guy that said he wanted to see Gobbet? The dwarf's milky eyes track you as you approach. A wave of recognition washes over his face, but his movements remain lethargic. Eventually, he manages to slur out a few words.
Gobbet, back after all this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's taken so long. Gobbet stares at the dwarf wide-eyed. It's good to see you again, Cad. Gobbet's told me about you. How are you feeling?
Perfect, thanks for asking.
He struggles to contain a burst of coughing.
I mean, I'm dying, and my home has gone to shit, and we're probably going to sink into the bay, but otherwise, I'm great.
With a visible effort, he shifts his focus to Gobbet.
welcome home, girl. Been a long time.
She swallows. Cadmus,
Save it. I'm not mad.
He squeezes his eyes shut.
I'm mostly just happy to hear your voice again. It's good to have a friend.
Tell us what's happening here.
Bad things. A lot of good people died. Something's gone rotten on this raft, Gobbet. You know what I mean. Toxic.
Yeah, I can feel it too. I can feel it all the way back home. Her throat moves, but it takes a moment for her voice to catch up. Cadmus, where are our friends? What happened to Yasmin and Anson and Malvina?
Anson's dead. He never made it into the sick room. Just disappeared. But I know where he went.
He stabs a finger downward at the floor.
Yasmin's still with us. Small favors, right? But the fight has gone out of her. She's content to do what she's told and tremble. Malvina ain't Malvina anymore.
I'd guessed as much. She shoots you an irritated glance. Hey, guess what? I had too. But I wanted to give my friend the benefit of the doubt until I was sure. I didn't mean that to be snarky. Sorry, Gobbet, I'm sorry. She shifts her attention back to the ailing dwarf. Cad, Malvina went off the rails because of that damned bauble that I gave her. That's what happened, isn't it?
It ain't her, Gobbet. It's something else.
He struggles to contain another cough. Eventually, it passes.
But yeah, that shiny red egg that you and Sui lifted is the cause of it, I think. The ugliness was already inside of her, but that thing brought it out.
She squeezes her eyes shut, balls her hands into fists. Shit.